So, yeah. I'm just going to interestingly, like even though we almost came into this book wanting two very different perspectives, but what we actually found is a lot of commonality between the two genders. But I mean, that is definitely one to emphasise what you said about males' priorities, finances. For women, it's more around a sense of adventure, new growth opportunities, travel, all of those types of things. So conversations definitely need to happen between partnerships. But one of the reasons why I believe what also came out in the survey was that women were doing a lot better in terms of mind fitness, but also in terms of their emotional health. And I put a lot of that down to relationships. So, you know, for women, and again, but generally in the, you know, generalising and speaking a little bit stereotypical here, but if I look in my life, I've had a friend this week who had some back surgery. And instantly around her, she had someone cooking her meals for her. She had someone else ringing her a couple of times a day and just like talking her through how are you going, like all those feeling signs. You had someone else that was planning some things for her rehabilitation. Like we are very much wired for those connections around relationships. And I believe that is something that stands women in really good kind of mental and emotional health. And I don't know, ask Matt, do men do relationships and connections as good as that?
No. That's a short answer. And the science validates this, by the way, not just our research. Does anyone know what the biggest cause of longevity on the planet is? Does anyone heard of blue zones? Look them up. There's 5 of them. And the biggest cause, they do incidental exercise. Their diet's pretty healthy. What I mean by incidental exercise, they look up and down the hill to get to their friends' house, or they never stop doing something with purpose, which we call work. But the biggest cause of longevity is human connection. And, you know, I was told, and I wasn't taught about emotions. I'm not dumb, but no one ever taught me about what emotions are for. I was just told I had a cup of concrete and not to pay attention to them. And, you know, that's certainly something that impacts males in particular in our communities because we don't reach out to each other. And I always reverse engineer this. What would you do if you had a mate with the say I'm struggling? Would you say, oh, sorry, I'm ring off the phone? No. I'd say, I'm listening, give me a call, I'm having a help. Yeah. But we're conditioned subconsciously not to do that. We've seen people in my orbit, people with my hair colour and my gender and my accent, that we said less than what years ago.
And just building on the relationships, sort of some of those hard statistics, I was reading something in the New York Times a couple of years ago reporting a study that if you have a friend that checks in on you for just 8 minutes 3 times a week, it significantly helps depression, anxiety, and just your general well-being. And again, I think, you know, for women, I have a whole range of those people, but sometimes I've heard from smart males like the one next to me that men are more kind of conditioned to a relationship for a purpose. You know, we're playing golf and we're doing something here, whereas women will just tend to do the, hey, how are you going? For absolutely no reason. And so, yeah, I think there's a lot to learn there.